Welcome to r/EntitledParents. In today's stories, an EM who demands a vehicle that isn't even released yet, a mom who wants to be their own child's college roommate, another entitled parent who tries to steal a games console, and of course, an entitled child who doesn't respect religion. Hey guys, I hope you're well. If you enjoy Reddit stories, don't forget to click that subscribe as you'll love the rest of our content. With that being said, let's get started. Our first story is from Kiri saying, 99. You hide new cars in the back. I saw it online. I work in a car dealership, and I've been recently promoted from move them to whatever department they're needed in that day to full-time salesman. We constantly have to tell people that certain vehicles haven't been released yet, or that they don't even exist. Today, a woman and her 20-something son came in and walked right up to me and immediately started barking orders. EM, entitled mother. S, son. M, me. SM, service manager. The EM said, put up the 2021 F-150 titanium, red leather. I said, I'm sorry, Mom, the 2021 isn't going to be released for a while. We do have some 2019 F-150s here that you can take a look at. The EM replied, what do you mean you don't have them in? I saw online that they're on sale. They aren't released yet, ma'am. If you're set on a 2021 though, I can set an email notification that will let you know the second we have them on our lot. The son says, my friend drives a 2019, so I need a 2021. The 2019 is definitely a good one. It's a popular choice among young men and has good towing capacity as well. The son says, you have 2020s out for other cars. Why didn't you have a 2021? To which I say, we usually release vehicles for the corresponding year. Our designers take the time to make sure everything is just right and perfect for our customers. The EM says, don't effing lie to me. I've read the articles on how you hide the new releases in the back and F around with them, then take your sweet ass time milking money out of us for the old ones. I say, I promise you that is not the case. We usually learn from the same sources that you do when everything will be officially released. To which the EM replies, I need to think this over. Where is your restroom? I point her to the restroom, and she takes her son along. I spend the next minute or so logging the conversation. Suddenly, I hear one of our service techs over the PA. Can we have a salesman come to the shop immediately? It takes a second to register. I soon realize what has happened. Our restroom is located in the same hallway as the door to the shop, which is labeled with a big sign saying, employees only. I sprint to the shop, only see EM walking around screaming at the techs to tell her where we hide the trucks, what S is chilling by the door. The techs have no idea how to respond and are doing their best to keep her away from the vehicles that are being worked on. I run over to her and start to panic thinking that she might get hurt. After all, we were surrounded by heavy machinery and she was strutting around like she was on the sales floor. Ma'am, please come back to the sales floor. It's very dangerous back here. The EM says, we pay our tax dollars to fund this. I have more right here than you do. Ma'am, please listen to me. I need you to come back up front. To which the EM replies, why? Because you're scared I'll expose your lies. At this point, the service manager had to make her way into the back. He's a no-nonsense kind of guy and looked like he was about to drag her out by her collar. The service manager said, ma'am, customers are not allowed back here. I need you to follow your sales associate up to the front, or I will have to inform the police. You are trespassing. The EM says, and who the F do you think you are? I'm the service manager. It's my responsibility to ensure that our employees work in a distraction-free environment, and you screaming is a definite distraction. The EM then says, and tell me where the 2021's F-150s are. They are not out yet. Please get up front or have you removed by the police. How about you F off and stop lying? I'm not stupid. EM then tries to walk past him, only for him to step in front of her. This is your last warning, Mom. Go back up front or I'm calling the police. You would lose the sale because you won't admit you're wrong. SM pulls out his phone and dials 911. As he begins talking to the operator, EM runs back up front, S trailing behind. They get in their car and drive off, scraping another customer's car in the process. I thank SM for saving my butt and decide to take an early lunch to calm down, knowing I have to file a hate case report once I get back. So far we haven't heard anything from her, and hopefully we don't get any complaints, but we just have to see. Wow. I'm in the son is 20-odd years old as well, and he can't deal with things by himself. Wow. What do you guys think of this story? Love to know in the comments below. The next story is from It Be That Way. How my mother tried to follow me to college. So I finally have enough karma to post this. This is a pretty old story since I am no longer in college, but it's a story that is still pretty relevant to my life. Basically, ever since I was born, my mother has babied me to an extreme. She was the perfect definition of a helicopter parent, and I have tons and tons of stories of things she's done, from picking out my outfits all through high school to hand-feeding me all of my food until I was 5. It was intense, and luckily the influence of my dad has made me a normal person. Let's go. So I've been trying to break free from my mum for a long time. College was going to be my out. The plan was to go to college in my dad's state and stay with him until I get on my feet. This has always been the plan, ever since we started talking about my college plans. My mother agreed to it multiple times, saying it'd be good for me to be put on my own. When she said this, I thought, oh yay, she's changing. Nope. The day I got my acceptance letter, my mother cried so hard she made herself sick and made me drive her to ER. During the next couple of days, she would burst into tears every time she saw me, saying things like, how could you do this to me? You're my child. You can't just leave. Who will do your laundry? Who will cook for you? What am I going to do here without you? It was exhausting. Then one day she was totally calm. Never a good sign. She then dropped the biggest bomb of my life. She was moving into my college town. I asked her why she would do this to me. I told her that I'm an adult and I need my own life and my own space. She didn't like this. She broke down in tears and screamed at me. You will never be an adult. You need me, or you're going to turn out just like your father. You need me. When I told her I do not in fact need her, she continued like this for weeks. And then my mother said, if I could always enroll myself in your classes, that way we could study together, then work together someday. Maybe we can get dorms together. The crazy lady wanted to move into dorms with me. She wanted me not to move into my dad's place and instead share a closet-side concrete room with her. What could go wrong? It took months to talk her out of following me to college. It ended in a compromise to call her every morning and night. I eventually turned into a morning call because of homework. I'm just so glad she didn't follow me. Sorry this isn't entertaining. I have other stories if you guys are interested. God. That is one crazy mom. You gotta appreciate the love for you though. In some mind, you appreciate the love for you. But has anyone themselves get mothers that baby them to death? That won't let them go anywhere. I mean, I can cross the road to a very late age. I'm not even going down what age it was, but my mother wouldn't let me cross the road because obviously she was worried for my safety, which I can appreciate that. But when all your friends are crossing the road and you sort of stood there on one side, you're like, nah. Dare it. The next story is from Blaz243, entitled Mom on a Flight Gets What She Deserves. A little backstory, I'd gone on vacation to Rome with my twin sister, and we, as broke college kids do, read economy, and everything was fine for the first 30-ish minutes, and my sister fell asleep. She's a heavy sleeper. Until I hear an ear-piercing screech coming from the seats in the aisle over. This is when it all started. Introducing our cast, EM, entitled Mom. Me, EK, crying 6 to 8-year-old. After about 3 minutes of this very loud yelling, a flight attendant comes over to please ask her son to stop yelling in a polite and sincere tone. Everyone near me was visibly annoyed, but the EM says, and I quote, "It's not my problem." I was dumbfounded at that, because it was clearly her child, as she didn't seem to have a husband with her, as her seat was empty. We kissed starts for this while because the flight attendant gave him a pack of pretzels and juice. My sister is awake at this point, and I told her what had happened, and she was just a bit mad that her sleep was disturbed. After a few minutes, the crime began again, and the flight attendant is repeatedly asking EM to control her child. The EM keeps shrugging it off, and then finally, I decide to take it into my hands and give him my Nintendo. That was bringing back for my little brother to use for the flight. Had a few games, and his face lit up at the offer. The EM just kind of grunted in approval. The kid was fine the whole flight, but I started to realize that the kid was just flat out bored, and his mum was a bad parent. I fell asleep, and then when I woke up, my sister said we landed. I looked over, and the kid was still happily playing. I brought a charger, and there were outlets. I asked for it back, and the kid was very reluctant, and asked his mum if he could keep it. I told his mum no, that he couldn't keep it, and that I need it back. She started yelling at me that I shouldn't be playing with her kid's device, and EK could use it during their trip. By now, it was just us on the plane. I kid you not, this EM grabbed the kid and sprinted out of the plane and into the airport. Now me and my sister were a bit confused for a moment, and then started running after her. There was a security guard near the exit. I told him that she had stolen my Nintendo, and he ran after her and stopped her. The EM then claims it's her son's Nintendo, but I had a box and warranty in my bag. I got out, and security guard made her give it back to me, and asked me if I wanted to report it officially. I agreed. We were taken to the police station, where I have a report, and she got fined. I don't remember how much of, though. Another EM tried to steal Nintendo devices, I swear. A Nintendo device to an EM is like sweets to a kid. They're just attracted to these things. They will latch up till there's a run for it. What do you guys think of that story? Let me know in the comments below. And our final story is from Duct Tape Cat. EK ripped turban off my friend. This happened in elementary. Now, this story is about an EK, and possibly an EM, from what I heard. Now, me and my friend started a huge manhunt craze at our school. Manhunt is basically zombie tag. Nearly half the school would play, and when we had a new principal, we were allowed to go into the forest in a nearby property. Now, EK was quite spoiled. When someone got tagged, he would always have an excuse. I broke my leg, that was a shove, etc. So I have a friend who's a Sikh. Other people think Sikh that only drive taxis, but terrorists, etc., which are obviously not true. My friend was like any other Canadian. He loved to play video games, he loved to play Yu-Gi-Oh!, and he was just generally a chill guy. He used to criticize me a lot, and he would also defend me as well, which made me proud to meet a guy like him. He also likes to draw really cool art, like DC and anime arts. So, I was on the playground playing my friends, but I turn and look on the pavement. EK was antagonizing my friend. Before swipe, his turban is off. He began to cry because, as you know, it's a cultural and sacred thing in Sikh religion to always wear a turban. The playground monitor, who was quite nice and everyone loved her, went and grabbed a coat covering his head before bringing him to the bathroom to get it back on. Obviously, EK was sent to the office, where they called his mum. I remember walking down the halls where I could hear in the office was screaming like a banshee and cursing like a sailor. I forget why he got suspended or expelled, and think he ultimately deserved it. My friend was fine after that. We had other experiences with EK, but without EMs. And he rants about them instead of the stories EK. Anyway, hope you're having a wonderful day. And remember that no matter what culture your background is, no matter your sexuality, no matter what gender or hair color, remember, you are loved. Always look on the inside, not what's on the outside. And what a fantastic way to end the story from Duct Tape Cats. Anyway, guys, as always, if you did enjoy this content, there's lots more to see. Just look on your screen right now and you'll see another video from our channel. Be sure to click it, and I hope you have a great day. Take care now. Goodbye. Much love.